26 runners, a double-decker start.
So now the women's 5,000 metres final on the track.
Stand by with the volume.
Will it be a double for Latvia's Agata Kauna? Such an impressive winner of the 3,000 metres on the second day of these championships, but a big, huge cheer for Hila Azran.
And we pause at 24 because she's got a best
At
of
the
16,
traditional pre-event press conference on Sunday, admitted to being a bit nervous.
Natasha Phillips.
Guided on occasions by the great marathon runner Lorna Chemtai-Salpeter. But here's the full lineup of all 26 athletes, starting with Azran. Ukangis of Sweden, Phillips of Great Britain, Northern Ireland, Kurkaran of Turkey, Frakeli of Italy, Hultsberg of Sweden, we can see there. Sophia Thorgensen took the silver in the 1,500 metres. She's bitterly disappointed at being run out by Koshak of Turkey, who we saw also earlier this evening in the bronze in the 800 metres. And now the second echelon. We start with Greece's Chapsita Goiti, Shervak
at 13, Margarita
of Norway,
Poliani
of Spain, Yagus
because she has a lifetime best
Takia
of 16-17,
Poland's
representing
Multan.
Germany.
In shot here, Margarita Poliani,
Kira Weiss.
Kira
Louise O'Mahony is Ireland's representative at 11. Linda Meyer for Germany at 10.
Ireland
Alexandra
is also
Maria
in this
Huda
field.
for Romania at 9. Hip 8 is Eva Bronze of Sweden.
Romania,
Drawn
bronze
7
of
is
Sweden.
Caroline Denilaula of France.
Denilaula
At 6 is
of France.
Alexandra Sulska
Sulska.
of Poland. 5 is
Poland.
Marion
Benkert.
Spain.
Now watch out for
4 is
Marion
Caroline
Benkert.
Schaefer of Germany.
She won the European
Drawn 3
Clubs
for Ireland, Avril
cross-country
Miller
championships
at
back
2
in February.
for Great Britain.
She's
It's
really a
Olivia
rising
Martin.
talent,
And
Benkert.
at 1 is the 3,000
Not necessarily
metre
suggesting
champion
she's
from
going to beat
last night,
Agata Kaune,
representing
but
Latvia.
could be in the mix for the medals. There's Schaefer of Germany, Milorek of Ireland, and Olivia Martin, who's a very good runner indeed for Britain on the inside as well, next to Agata Kaune. So they're on the far side of the stadium. It's 12.5 laps of the track, about 15.5 minutes of running. Kaune went within 3 seconds of a very good championship record in the 3,000 metres, running 8:53. Oh, there's a faller there. That was the pole. Schulska, but she picked herself up very quickly. And Kaune doing just as she did in 3,000 metres, going straight to the front. Coming across Thorgelson. Thorgelson could produce quite a challenge to Kaune. Both women, though, have one very good race in their legs. In the case of Thorgelson, 2 with the heats of the 1,500 metres. One very good final, I should say. Weiss up there as well at this stage. Benkert, who I mentioned, well, she's been pushed and shoved around, and in turn she's managed to extricate herself off the curb. I think Benkert, the Spaniard, got caught in that opening rush with the 2 echelons. So down to Kaune, coming around. Get a sense of how quickly she's running. Championship record stands at 15:21:12 to Elvin Eblegassi. That came in 2001, so it's been on the books for 22 years. And we're only 500 metres into the race. We've already got a leading pack of 3 clear of the rest. Kaune, Thorgelson and Weiss already splitting off from the rest. Milorek up there. Natasha Phillips now in 4th place. Milorek leading the main group. Natasha Phillips trying to close the gap between the main group and is running on her own in 4th place. Weiss coming off the back. leading trio. 600 metres in 1:49.19. They come around across the finishing line. We've done 2.5 laps, and we'll give you a 1 kilometre split, and that'll be a good gauge of how things are going at the sharp end of the race. But at the moment, it's Kauna just pulling the race apart. Only Thorgilsson staying with her. Well, Kauna, European 3,000 metres champion 2 days ago. She's got a whole raft of other honours to her name.
Yeah, it's fantastic though that we're getting to see Agata Kauna against Sofia Turgulsson.
Yes, 13:01 the 1 kilometre split, so that's on course for just outside 15 minutes. Well, if they can keep up this pace, that's going to be a massive improvement on a very good championship record, as we now look at the men's triple jump finalists, just about to be presented to what I estimate is close on a 3,000 strong crowd here on the final session at the Gibet Round Stadium.
Welcome the athlete to the triple jump final men. Representing Slovenia, Maj Cizera Turk.
So, first man up. Cizera Turk of Slovenia set a personal best of 15:62 in qualifying. Next to him, Juan Francisco Lozano of Spain.
Deutschland, Steven Freund.
Steven Freund,
Representing France,
standing triple jumper, leading German. Paul Moiser and Dubé.
Representing Italia,
Next to him, Leandro Andrea Demore left it late and then produced a good effort in qualifying. 15:51. Raul Martin, the acrobatic Spaniard, I think we can say. Pavel Havelek, national champion in the triple jump in the senior ranks, both indoors and out. Here's the Estonian Viktor Mozarov, World Under-20 bronze medalist last year in Cali. Ioannis Gartsios of Greece, just 17 years of age. Personal best of 15:85.
With a personal best of 16:19, qualified on third place with 15:84.
Shazar Valchev, European Under-18 champion. And this man's already been on the podium once in these championships. Ozidar Saraboyakov took the silver with a national Under-20 record in the long jump of 8:22. Well, we'll catch up with the triple jump, I'm sure. But the one final that's going to be concluded before that is going to be the women's 5,000 metres. And Kauna has broken away now. Thorgilsson has been just left trailing in a wake, and there's about a 60-metre gap now between Kauna. So we're just coming up to the 2 kilometre split very shortly, as they cross what would normally be the 200-metre start along the back straight. And Kauna is just pouring it on at this stage. She's put in 2 very quick laps while we're having that triple jump presentation and broken the spirit at the moment. 5:59, she's inside 15-minute pace. Well, this is a superb run at this stage of the race from Agata Kauna, 3,000 metre gold medalist. Only question is, will she just run out of steam? Is this all too much too early? But with Agata Kauna, well, she's got a personal best of 15:12. She's on course for smashing not only the championship record, but her own personal best, which is about 7 seconds faster. And she's coming through to see 7 laps to go.
Kova of Hungary then, first round of the javelin for her. So Vilagos with 55.88 leading so far. Kova 52.67 up into second place. On to Shakota of Croatia, also having a strong championships. So javelin falls down around 50 metres there. Still in the opening stages of this field final. Well, we concentrate as well on the 5,000 on the track. Looking forward to seeing the decathlon completed soon. Also, this is Navikaiti, Lithuania. Not too much momentum on that runway. Let's see where this falls. So almost as effective as Shakota, though. Making it fairly close behind Vilagos. Here she is once again, on to second round. So similar to Herceg, living up to her billing as the favourite, but still with the opportunity for others to close and keep her under pressure. As we saw Max Denning do so well for Germany, he got the silver in the men's event. Michael Allison of Britain the bronze. Really nice transfer of energy as Vilagos blocked on the line there to come to a stop. Very close to her first round effort. It's 55.79. Consistent, if nothing else. Just to pick up on something that we learned from this athlete in the final. This is actually pronounced Agata Sauna, she said.
Okay, in that case I will amend my pronunciation, and it's Agata Sauna running away from the rest of the field. Oh, that looks like Weiss, who steps to one side. And just check, that's one of the Germans. But it's still Agata Sauna. I do apologise for my hard British pronunciation on that. We do our best to try and get the correct pronunciations. Well, she's certainly straining, but we do know that she's got really phenomenal reserves, this Latvian protege. She was devastating in the 3,000 metres, just gone through 9:01, still on course for a time very close to 15 minutes. And she's now starting to lap back markers. That's incredible in a 5,000 metre race. That's a Sauna. She's gone past runners from Sweden and Italy, and she's just going to start reeling in the rest of the back markers. This is almost like Freddie Vagel in the 10,000 metre race walk, lapping athletes, but this is only half the distance. Well, this is a phenomenal performance. Trying to see where the nearest rival to her is. I think this is just one of those performances to save her. She's coming through with 4 laps to go. She's going to have to start running in the second lane. This is a big gap. She's now lapping almost everybody apart from 4 women in front of her. Agata Sauna, just under 4 laps to go now. Her arm's just dropping slightly to the side, just trying to shake out a little bit of the lactic acid, I think. But there's no disrupting that rhythm. And she's coming around large groups of runners, including 2 very good Turkish athletes, and she's just making them look really pedestrian.
Like Weiss and Torgerson, long way back, but battling over the other medals. And Sauna almost looking at the other athletes as if to say what a nuisance it is she has to go round them. But so exciting to see her coming to these championships and just what she's capable of. Translating really well onto the track. What about the field? Cover, second round, and in second place. Doesn't look like any improvement there. But yes, I mean, Kauna, 31.5 seconds clear of Torgerson on the European list this year. Obviously the world under-20 leader, over 3,000 clear of Ethiopians and Kenyans, with Torgerson also second over 3,000, 13 seconds behind over that particular distance that Sauna has already won at these championships. Shakota, 48.62 in the opening round. Again, nice clean technique, steps back, and she'll see that she's seemingly improved here. 53.02, so overtakes Fanny Kurva. So a change among our top three, and that trio has gone over 50 metres, and there's quite some gap, 4.5 metres behind to fourth.
Well, it's now back on the track with Agata Sauna. She's got 2.5 minutes of running left. Just coming up to see the lap marker with 800 metres, 200 metres to go. And she's carrying on with that championship record in her sights now. Quite clearly the championship record, which has stood for 22 years. Let me just remind you again, Elvin Eblagassi's time of 15:21.12 from Grosseto in 2001 is under threat. We haven't seen too many championship records here in Jerusalem. Of course, Matteo Falani got one on the second evening in the long jump. But Agata Sauna looking set to smash that record, which has been there for a very long time, and into the bargain, take down her personal best, which stands at 15:12.04. Well, she's been focusing on these championships. She looked the part at the European Team Championships in Silesia back in June, when she won races against many people who were on paper senior rivals, and some of women with better times. But Agata Sauna, well, she's really going to be leading the challenge of European distance running for the next few years, barring injury. 1 lap to go. She's going to hear the bell. Agata Sauna goes through. 13:54 unofficially at the bell. Well, she's still well on course for that championship record. She's just got to keep focused, keep the rhythm going. She's starting to stoop just slightly forward, but the arms are pumping. She's gritting her teeth. The head now just slightly bobbing from side to side. She's got 250 metres left. This is going to be a really phenomenal performance. And she's pushing hard still. There's no sign that she's going to ease up. She's really working hard. She's coming around the bend for the last time. She's got 150 metres to go. Just look how pedestrian some of the other women in this race are. And just remember, these are their nation's representatives. Into the home straight with 100 metres to go. She's passing Olivia Phillips, who's a really good runner in her own right. And now she's picking it up. She's sprinting. She can see that championship record becoming her property. This is a truly amazing run. Agata Sauna takes the 5,000 metre gold, smashes the championship record and her personal best, and it's a double gold at these championships for the Latvian. 15:03.86. It's about 18 seconds of what had stood as a championship record for 22 years. Agata Sauna, well, we've still got many finals still to come this evening. The final night of the European Under-20 Championships. But I have to say, for my money, she is my female athlete of these championships.
Yes, coming through here now, this looks like the battle. Sophia Tergersen just behind the German Kira Weiss. They were battling for a long, long time, but as you can see there, best part of a minute behind Sauna. And she was 3 seconds outside that 3,000 championship record, which has been held since the early 90s. So to obliterate this one, her kind of personal revenge, but really her only rival has been the clock.
Yes, Weiss, massive personal best for the German. Weiss coming into these championships with a personal best of 16:17. So she's taken around 27 seconds off her personal best. Thorsten just a little bit outside her best, perhaps feeling the effects of those 2 rounds of the 1,500 metres. I have a feeling we're going to see a few more personal bests as well further down the line. Phillips, well, we just saw her being lapped, so Sauna lapped everybody apart from the 2 other medalists, Weiss and Torgensen. And PBs for Denaula of France, Holzberg of Sweden. These are women who are more than a minute and a half behind Agata Sauna, and they're their country's leading runners in this competition. that says everything about Agata Sauna. Because these runners, like Phillips, like Denala, just terrific runners in their own right. And coming home, Hila Azran of Israel. Great run by Hila Azran. Azran just outside her personal best, I think. But there's still other runners coming home behind the Israeli athlete. Well, I don't think it's too soon to say Agata Sauna is the female athlete of these championships as far as I'm concerned. Two utterly magnificent wins, and that 5,000 metre run even better for my money than her 3,000 metre win on the second night of these championships.
Yes, I suppose that was always a possibility, given that she was much further clear on the European under-20 list. But yeah, we've been looking forward for some time to see her at these championships, just as we have been with the likes of Niels Laros, Nick Griggs and Sophia Turgerson, indeed herself, who was beaten, of course, to that silver medal by Kira Weiss, despite being around half a minute clear of her on those European under-20 lists this year. You know what? We looked at the athletes along that start line, and some of them were looking a little bit nervous, keen to get the race underway, but Sauna was absolutely calm and stern and stone-faced, and she just never looked back. What a phenomenal talent. And sometimes you watch these championships and you think, there's a person with real star quality. We said it about Jaroslava Mahuchik, Jakob Ingebrigtsen, Femke Bol at these championships, and look at what they've gone on to achieve.
What's next for Agata Sauna? As we look at the results, confirmation of that championship record, 15:03.85. Kira Weiss taking silver for Germany, and Sofia Thorgensen bronze for Denmark. Well, I believe she's in the Latvian team for the World Championships in Budapest, coming up in less than 2 weeks' time. Be interested to see